Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for both team, proposition team and opposition team to ask questions and answers. Both teams have 10 minutes for question and answer sessions. You have 30 seconds for a question and 1 minute for one answer. Start from proposition team. You may begin.
So good morning, my dear opposition friend. According to World Economic Forum, many future jobs not even exist yet. So how can 21st century youth prepare them for unknown jobs without adaptability, creativity, and problem-solving skill? Thank you.
Thanks for the proposition team for your question. So even like for us as a youth, what we need to prioritize first is our characteristic. So we mentioned about discipline, consistency, and self-awareness, which play an important role for us in order to find a job or looking for a job in our career, like for our career. So if we have discipline in ourselves, no matter what skill we want to learn, we can learn it later. So what important, the first thing is discipline and consistency in ourselves. Thank you. And I would like to pass the stage to my teammate for a question.
Dear proposition team, I would like to ask you a question. Is success only about the job and technology?
Thank you for your valuable question, my dear friends. So as we defined earlier in my part, I mentioned that success in life, we can divide it into different things, like when you graduate, when you find a job, when you have happiness in your family. But 21st century success requires us to not only just graduate, but graduate with skills that can help us to adapt to the fast-changing world that we live in. And about work, we need literacy skills, digital skills that allow us to efficiently and effectively work in the current era that we are really living in a digitalized world. And moreover, we have life skills in the 21st century to help us get success in family and our social life. Thank you.
Okay, so according to the UN and OECD, define 21st century skill as the 21st century youth as the agent of change. So how can youth be the agent of change if they don't really use what they have? How can youth be the agent of change if they only use what they have learned on their textbook and not the 21st century skill?
So thanks for your question. You can adapt to the changing world in nowadays. As we mentioned earlier, it's about discipline and self-awareness. So it's not learning in the textbook, but remember that self-awareness we can learn from our internal reflection. So we can learn and explore through our experience and choices, which means we dive deep into the hand-on experience. So the next question will be asked by my teammate.
From my question due to the proposition team is about, is success depend on only skill? Why do many leaders emphasize discipline and self-awareness? Thank you.
So thank you, the opposition team, for your questions. That is interesting. So I would like to answer you that the success in life have been defined in many different ways by many different ideas and many different opinions. But this time, I would like to say that this, it doesn't mean which skill that prioritize to success, but the topic that we'll debate is what the thing that you need to success in 21st century life. So according to our three arguments, have mentioned that we have to be acknowledge ourselves with the skill, but lifelong learning skills, and to be especially about literacy skill that include of digitalization, because we are living in the 21st century. So you need to adapt themselves to in the changing world that we cannot living a slow life as before. And then we need life skills to adapt, also communicate with others to be success in life. So I would like to ask that all of the thing that you have mentioned is good, but to be success in life, 21st youth need 21st century skill to success in life, to adapting and growing in a changing world. Thank you.
So I would like to add on to my friend's answers. So yes, we definitely do need skills for success in the 21st century, especially 21st century skills. Like 20-year-old AI billionaire Alexander Wang, he is the youngest AI billionaire in the world, and he used 21st century skills to get him to where he is today. Thank you.
So our question to you is, if youth can success without 21st century skill, so why our Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports still support youth that 21st century skill? Thank you.
Well, thank you for your question, but I would like you to know that we did not deny that 21st century skill is the skill to success, but we prioritize the foundation. Foundation is we mean here is self-discipline, self-awareness. If you don't know yourself really well, how can you get success? If you have no foundation, how can you walk smoothly to the path in the future?
Okay, and I want to add on to your key term. In the earlier, you have mentioned that characteristic is also one of the 21st century skill, which means that the characteristic consists of discipline and self-awareness too. So this skill has existed long time ago. So labeling this as the 21st century skill doesn't make it new. So it has existed long time ago. And also, according to the quote from the former Prime Minister of Singapore, also once said, if you want to reach your goal and dream, you cannot do it without discipline. So discipline, consistency, and self-awareness still the priority for youth if you want to success in life with the long-term success and the meaningful one. Thank you.
So, my dear proposition team, in Cambodia, only 17% of schools have a computer lab. Does that mean 83% of youth could not succeed?
So to answer what you have said, that self-discipline is actually from the past. So basically self-discipline skill from the past and self-discipline skill these days in the 21st centuries are not really the same. If you look at it, the worlds keep evolving. Also the self-discipline skills also evolving. And the 21st century skill, self-discipline, is actually another way of discipline yourself to integrate better in the 21st century, which make you have a better success in life. Thank you.
So, and I would like to add on, it doesn't mean you priority which skill or not. Living in a 21st century skill, you need 21st century skill to adapt, to deal with the problem that you meet in daily life. Living in rural area is not the problem. The problem is humans who don't adapt. So, and I have one more question to ask you. According to Harvard Business Review, found that soft skill linked to higher salary. So doesn't it prove us that soft skill or life skill directly affect on real life success? Thank you.
So I would like to answer to your question previously. So you mentioned that only 70% of schools in Cambodia are equipped with digitized equipments. But I would like to mention that you cannot slow down progress simply because there is still a gap. If there is an existing gap, we work to fill the gap, but we also, at the same time, prioritize what we have in the present moment and make it better. Like the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports spokesperson has also mentioned that we do our best to ensure that students living in the different environments receive formal education, especially 21st century skills. And also, instead of trying to fix 7,000 schools at once, they are starting one by one in order to integrate the very much needed 21st century skills. Thank you. And I also have a question to ask. So according to the OECD Skills Outlook 2025, the first quarter of the 21st century has been defined by massive transformations, right? And those who are equipped with 21st century skills are certainly doing better than those who are not. So are you suggesting that society needs to slow down its progress to accommodate outdated skills?
Yes, thank you so much.
BELTEI International University, the future of global leaders.